Hey everybody, welcome to the Sano Movement YouTube channel, where we're going to distill tips, tricks, and ideas from the journeys of myself and a bunch of my friends who have made it to professional volleyball. And this channel is being designed with the younger viewer in mind. Whatever your goals may be, however high you want to achieve in the volleyball universe, these are for you. And I just want to make it so that you can apply these things into your game right now to achieve the goals that you want. So let's get into it. So one you've probably heard before is taking notes. Now, this is going to be a bit of a nuanced answer. Taking notes is great. Taking notes on the game, taking notes on practice, but one thing that really helped me and stuck out to me in becoming a pro was taking notes when I lost. And taking notes specifically with the emotions of losing and allowing myself a little bit of time to visualize, to close my eyes and go back into the moment of the match that I was the most afraid, I was most uncomfortable, or I made mistakes. Those moments reveal to you parts of your game that you're weak at. And those are the most precious things that you can take away from a loss of how did this scenario make me feel? How did I react in that scenario? And a lot of the times when you don't react the way you want, or you don't perform skills the way you want, it's an indicator. And writing those indicators down is great, but then you get to the most important part. And then you ask yourself what you're willing to do so you don't feel like that again. So if it was your passing that broke down at a crucial moment, what are you willing to do to make sure that that doesn't happen again? And then you can start with a plan of action. Now, this plan of action doesn't have to be perfect, and that's the most important part, but it is action. It's you not willing to accept what has happened and let it happen again without any intervention on your behalf. And then you taking that forward and applying it to your training and the next matches to come. The next one is curiosity. And there's a bit of nuance to that one as well. It's curiosity about your own game, about volleyball in general, but it's curiosity as to what people are doing that are better than you at the game. Not necessarily what are professionals doing, because that's going to be at magnitudes of level higher than where you were at when I was 15. But what I was trying to do was focus on where were the people who were just ahead of me. If I was 15, what were the 16 and 17-year-olds working on? What were they trying to do? And that would probably lead me to the answer of what is just at the edge of my capability that I can strive for? Can I get a small win? Can I get a small step forward? And what are they working on that is giving them trouble? Can I see different tips and tricks that they're working on? Can I talk to them? I think having a healthy curiosity and trying to understand or trying to expose yourself to the game of a level just beyond at the edge of your capability, maybe playing up with a higher level age group. In high school, you get that kind of naturally built in. But when you start to get to these levels of skill building and you can see just what's at the edge of your reach, then you're going to have the actual roadmap to see what you need to work on. And you can work on that alongside sometimes people who are at your level or a little bit above you, and that will allow for the greatest skill development. The last but not least, scalable skills. Scalable skills is what allows you to start working on fundamental principles that are going to allow you to achieve not only the highest levels, but to achieve them in a way that's the fastest possible. Now, for example, when I was 15, 14, I saw Canada play Cuba in a World League event. And I could see those guys serving 120 kilometers an hour. And I obviously wanted to serve 120 kilometers per hour. That's just not possible physically at that time for my capacity. So what was I able to work on that was a scalable skill? For example, if I could perfect my toss, that's something that is a foundational principle to being able to serve 120 kilometers per hour. You need to have a perfect toss. And I was able to work on that, and that's something that I could regress down to a 15-year-old, which was myself, and I could work on my toss, and I could work on my toss until it was perfect. And that would allow me and set me up to have underlying basic skills that when my body was able to catch up to the technical skills I had developed, then I was able to put those together and start to serve at that pace. So if you want some more insights, tips, and tricks of how to level up your game, stick around for the Sano Movement YouTube channel, and we'll keep bringing them to you.